What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. My name is UnrealEntGaming, and welcome back to another episode of this week's Fan Mail of the Week. Once again, everybody, I really hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, a wonderful week. So many great movies came out in the last month. We had the epic return of the King of Kaijus, Godzilla. We had Spider-Man. We had X-Men. So many great things happening this week as well. We have E3 coming up, and in which case, I really hope you guys are going to stay tuned because I'm going to bring you all of the latest news, information, updates, and tons of more content from E3 that's going to showcase Kingdom Hearts 3, Halo 5 Guardians, the new Dragon Ball Z video game, Battlefield 5, The Evil Within, Destiny, and the whole charade. So I really hope you guys are going to stay tuned for that because I will be bringing you all the latest news, information, and updates for E3. So it's been an amazing month thus far. For those of you out there who don't know, I hit 100,000 subscribers, and I mean, I can't even begin to thank everybody because there's so many people to thank. All I have to say is that you guys are extremely awesome, and I mean, just having 100,000 whales on your team, it's incredible. It's awesome. I really can't begin to just formulate a sentence to describe how awesome you guys are. But I mean, like I said, guys, E3 is coming up, so I really hope you guys are going to stay tuned for all the videos I'm going to be bringing to you guys, all the information, all the updates for all your favorite games. The few games that I'm excited for are Halo 5 and Dragon Ball Z, along with a few other projects as well. So I really can't wait to see what Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft is going to add on to this year's E3. So, and for those of you out there that haven't already done so, please go on ahead and check out and subscribe to my second gaming channel. The link will be in the description below. It's called Unreal Entertainment Network. On there, I will be featuring stuff that you guys will not find on here, such as Dragon Ball Z discussions, movie reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And along with my Twitch account, which I will be live streaming very soon on the PS4. Once again, for those of you out there who haven't been a part of that, link in the description below, twitch.tv/AlexAnimal7. Now let's begin with our questions, everybody. So many questions to answer, so many great things happening. So let's begin with our first question, which is from Moses1234A. Hi, Alex. I've been watching your vids for a while now, and I can truly say that you're my favorite YouTuber. Thank you, man. You cover all my favorites and then some, but mostly it's your attitude towards life, to give and take. Opinions and which open-minded. A lot of people seem to forget the difference between a debate and a conversation. Not you, buddy, and thank you for that. Now on to the questions. Thank you so much, man. Question number 1. How broad is your gaming? What I mean is, do you mainly stick with consoles/PC titles, or are you into any handheld games as well? If so, what kind? Question number 2. This leads into question number 3. Do you think Kid Buu had the ability to absorb people? Question number 3, what if fight? Who would win in this what if battle? Kid Buu with Gogeta absorbed versus Beerus. Ooh, I don't know about that. The only reason why I think Kid Buu would win, or at least stand a chance, is because for the short time, I think he would be comparable to a god then. However, once they unfuse, he'd be done. Well, that can actually be correlated to Super Buu, Gotenks absorb, but I'll get into that. Question number 4, what are your thoughts about Call of Duty being an X Games in Austin in June? To me, it's controversial mixing MLG with an extreme sports venue. It's been back and forth with my friends on the topic. We've agreed that it's a bit unfair to be a professional athlete and a risk. Well, that is very true. Not to take away from MLG, they put in a lot of time and energy into what they do. Might as well. My friends and I are very interested in your thoughts on the matter. As always, keep on with the great work, man. I look forward to all your videos and information. Sincerely, Austin Frame, aka. Well, I mean, thank you so much, man. I mean, Austin, you are the man, truly. Now, to answer your first question, how broad is my gaming? I love PC games. I love console games. I also used to love handheld games until pretty much it just drove me away. Quite frankly, I'll be really honest, I was never big into the PSP Vita, and all that kind of stuff. I was always more of a, I guess you could say, DS guy, because I used to play a lot of Pokemon games, just Pokemon Diamond and all that stuff, and it really embodied that, it was really cool. But over the years, honestly, I pretty much just gave up on handheld games because I personally feel like, as awesome as some games are on the handheld, I feel like, the origins of gaming will always be a console/PC title. So for me, I just feel like some handheld games are very limited. You're not able to get the full experience that you can on a PC or a console because, I mean, let's be honest. How many of us play handhelds a lot more than we do consoles or PCs, you know what I mean? So, obviously PC has a very large, you know, span of just unlimited access, so as opposed to the console and the handheld. So I don't have anything bad to say about the handheld. I'm just not into it like I was before, but mainly I was a DS guy, so really not into the PSP. To answer your second question, can Kid Buu absorb people? I mean, why not? I mean, why wouldn't he? I'm pretty sure if he was able to absorb anybody he wanted to, why wouldn't he be able to absorb people? So, which leads into your third question. I honestly believe even if Kid Buu absorbed Gogeta, he still wouldn't be as powerful to take on Beerus. Bills is too much. Bills fought a Super Saiyan God Goku, and he was able to beat him literally without even trying that much. So what makes you think Kid Buu with Gogeta absorb would stand a chance? Unless, of course, it was like Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta or something like that, maybe then. But just having a regular Super Saiyan Gogeta absorbed, it kind of goes back to Super Buu Gotenks absorbed because he had power, yeah, but once his power pretty much wore off, he was pretty much just useless. Remember, Kid Buu absorbing Gogeta, he would be a very formidable foe, and I do believe he would put up a decent fight at that. But against Bills, number one, Beerus has godlike energy. I mean, he's just unbelievably fast. If you go back and you watch Battle of Gods, when he was fighting Goku, they were so fast, they were able to hit each other faster than the water can drop on the ground, you know? So, in my honest opinion, there's no way Kid Buu would win. Unless, of course, he tried to absorb Beerus, but in the end, Beerus would just, oh my god, decimate Kid Buu Gogeta absorbed. I mean, there's absolutely no chance. I mean, but I want to know why you think he would win, though. I mean, what makes you think he would be able to stand a chance? That's my question to you. And to answer your last questions, okay, for the X Games, I do believe that it should strictly, you know, involve physical activity, rather than MLG incorporation. Now, I'm not taking away from MLG. MLG are a very, very unique, broad community. What they do does require skill, but only on a technological level. It doesn't require any physical skill, you know? If this was a virtually simulated Call of Duty game where you were able to do all that stuff, then yeah, maybe, because you're actually in the game and you're simulating what you have to do. But we're talking about putting a controller in your hand, you know what I mean? How physical can you really get by putting a controller in your hand and doing certain things that other people can't with certain guns, you know what I mean? There are people out there that literally compete for you know, all sorts of different things like basketball, baseball, football, soccer, Olympic wrestling, you know, all sorts of stuff, you know what I mean? So that requires physical energy, that requires stamina, a whole lot of stamina, that requires a lot of willpower, and I mean, not taken away from MLG, but when you compare a physical sport to a technological sport, it's not really the same, because you can't really compare the greatest Call of Duty player of all time to somebody of, you know, LeBron James, or, you know, somebody of, you know, an MMA background, you know what I mean? You can't really compare because they're two different people, and virtually it's incomparable. So for me, I feel like the MLG should be excluded from the X Games because it requires, you know, physical endurance by professional athletes. I'm not trying to say that MLG aren't professional. MLG are professional gamers, but there's a fine line between athletes and gamers. So, but anyways, Mr. Austin, thank you for the questions, man. It really means a lot, and I really hope that you stay tuned for the E3 content, because I'm going to be bringing you a lot of stuff, man. So I hope you enjoy, and God bless, my friend. Thank you for the questions. And now moving on to the next question, which is from PunkFan22. Hey, Alex, how's everything going, man? Everything's going pretty good, thank God. Thank God I'm healthy, I'm still here. Godzilla hasn't crushed my house, so just figured I would send you some fan mail. Hopefully this makes the video. Well, on to the questions. Here we go. Question number 1. Since we are going to get a Godzilla sequel, which Toho monster that Godzilla fought would you like to see in the future films? Since we will probably are going to get Mothra in the second movie, mine are King Ghidorah, Mechagodzilla, and Destroyer. Question number 2, not really a question, but my opinion of Godzilla was that it kind of had the same feel as Jaws and Alien, as you would see the monster for a minute or so until the final part when you get to see him in full force. Did you have the same feeling? Well, now that you brought that up, I actually do. Question number 3. Who would be in your 5-on-5 Pokemon versus Digimon fight? That's actually awesome. Question number 4. Thoughts on Daniel Bryan's injury, and should WWE make a move to bring back CM Punk? Question 5. Will you be getting the new UFC game on the PS4 or Xbox One? Question 6. Should the next DBZ game have all the characters from Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT, even though GT isn't canon? Well, that is it for now. Keep up the good work, and I hope to enjoy your videos some more. And remember, don't be a lemon, be a rosebud. Fuck you, Rail! Fuck you, Yamcha. Yes, don't be a lemon. Try not to be a lemon, guys. Thank you, man. To answer your first question, Mothra. I mean, I don't have anything against Mothra, but it's just a giant insect that can fly. I mean, really, how deadly can it be? Especially now that Gareth Edwards tried to make... He tried to make Godzilla as realistic as possible, and having a creature like that, I don't think it would pose as big of a threat, I believe, as something like King Ghidorah or Destroyer. So for me, I would not add Mothra. For me, I would like to see a new Muto creature. I would like to see something new, a new creature that I've never seen before, just to add to the feel of, you know, there being something unique and something new to the table. But in terms of going back and bringing in some Toho monsters, before when I first saw the trailers, I said to myself, well, Rodan would be really cool, but then I actually thought about Rodan, and I was like, well, not really. Then I thought about a few other monsters, and I was just like, not really feeling it right now. But honestly, I would have to say Ghidorah or Destroyer, because Destroyer just looked like a bad, you know, mother trucker. You know, like he looked like he was posing a very credible threat. So I would have to say Ghidorah and Destroyer, because Destroyer just looked just so intimidating and so wild. I mean, literally, like that creature embodied everything that represented fear. So one of those two. As for Mechagodzilla, I really don't see why they would go that route. I mean, why would anybody want to see Mechagodzilla? You know what I mean? If anything, why not have the humans take the DNA from the Muto to try to replicate a creature that they actually believe they can control to fight Godzilla, rather it being out of, you know, machine and metal and all that bullshit? Why not let it be flesh and bone? You know, they genetically modify and create an organism that pretty much just grows to an unbelievable level, possibly posing a very credible threat to humanity and Godzilla itself. But then again, it turns on the humans, because the humans believe that they have full control. But once again, all they did was just create a monster. So if they're going to include Toho monsters, I do believe that they should introduce them from outer space. They should be like alien-like, you know, beings from like outer space or whatever, unless of course they want to go down the route of having them be ancient dinosaurs that dwelled on our planet. I believe Mechagodzilla would be a bad choice, because if you're gonna do that, might as well just do a crossover between Pacific Rim and Godzilla. You know, you're gonna have the Jaegers fighting Godzilla while Godzilla's fighting other kaijus. So it's like a three-way war. You know, you have Godzilla versus kaijus versus Jaegers versus Godzilla. So everybody's pretty much having a ball. I mean, that's only if they decide to go down the route of having it to where it's a, you know, mechanized organism. You know, I believe that they shouldn't do Mechagodzilla at all. Destroyer would be very good, and Ghidorah would be very good. In terms of, you know, Rodan and Mothra and, you know, all these other creatures, I don't think so, man. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. So, to answer your second question, now that you brought that up, it actually does resemble a lot of Jaws, actually, because that's how it originally was. We saw glimpses of the shark in the beginning, and then we got the full-blown actual, you know, creature in the end of the film, and he was eating everything up. Same thing with Alien. You didn't know what it was until you saw it towards the end. So, yeah, I'm guessing that they did go down that route. But either way, I mean, they executed it very well. I mean, I wanted to see more fights, and they actually confirmed a trilogy for Godzilla. So not only are they doing a sequel, but they're doing a trilogy. They're doing a freaking trilogy, man. So this just means that this opens up doors for Toho monsters, for new monsters, for possibly some crossovers. I mean, I wouldn't see why not. The only crossover I would not like to see is King Kong, because it just seems so cheesy to have King Kong versus Godzilla. Number one, Godzilla would dwarf King Kong, and he would fucking destroy him. So honestly, I think that would be a little cliche. Maybe 20 years ago, fine, but in today's day and age, I don't think so. So to answer your third question, 5-on-5, 5 Pokemon versus 5 Digimon. I would have Mewtwo, I would have Deoxys, I would have probably Mew, Entei, and I think his name is Dialga, versus Wargreymon, Paildramon, probably Apocalypmon, Omnimon, and Diaboromon. That would be such a sick fight. Just imagine that right now. Imagine having those creatures and those monsters just all collide at one time. That would be fucking, oh my goodness. That would be my little dream fight. So for those of you out there that are watching this, let me know in the comment section below your 5-on-5 Pokemon versus Digimon battle. To answer your fourth question, Daniel Bryan, I feel so bad for the guy, because the guy works so hard to achieve everything that he has to achieve, only to have a neck injury, and neck injuries are fucking serious, man. One wrong move and it's game over. So my thoughts on his injury is I hope he really gets better. He had the surgery, obviously. He's getting better now. But CM Punk, I think the only way they would bring back CM Punk is if, number one, they gave him more time off. Number two, if they gave him more money. Number three, if they gave him a lucrative contract with creative control. I think that would be the only way he'd come back, to be honest, because as of right now, I think he's done. I don't think he's digging the whole wrestling thing anymore, and I personally feel like just CM Punk is done. I mean, I don't know what happened in the back. I don't know what, the whole situation is. But CM Punk walked out on a serious note. He hasn't been back since. So I really hope that he comes back like before SummerSlam. But if that's the case, then we're gonna have to wait and see, to be honest. To answer your fifth question, UFC, I'm getting it probably for the PS4, maybe. Then again, I do have to get some Xbox One games, but then I'm thinking about getting it for the PS4. So yes. And I will be doing what if battles on UFC. So if you want to see some awesome UFC what if battles, comment in the comment section below on some of the what if battles you want to see. And to answer your last question, I think that'll be an awesome idea, only if they have GT as an alternative storyline. If you beat the Dragon Ball Z story, you can move on to the alternative story of GT and then have God Goku fight Omega Shenron and stuff like that. I think that'll be really, really cool. And it'll be very unique because it'll bring like a new nostalgic feeling to the whole story. So, but anyways, my friend, thank you for the questions. Stay tuned for the new E3 news information and updates coverage, and I hope you enjoy your weekend, my friend. So now moving on to the next question, which is from Yo, Unreal, it's your boy Drizzy Dre, just coming to you, dog, because I need some real advice for my relationship. Ooh boy, relationships. I always love these because I mean it's just it boggles my mind sometimes. All right, so get this. All right, let's go. Me and my girl have been together for about 4 years. We were as good and the perfect match and all that stuff. We got married out of the blue, no surprise, like nothing was up. Just how cool we were with each other. We've been living perfectly for the last 3 years, but lately we've been having issues with children. I told her when we got married I didn't want nothing to do with kids, no adoption, no kids in general, you feel me? But she is just dying to have kids. Now, just 2 weeks ago, I caught another dude at her house. Oh shit, leaving just as I got home. I know they were having sex. She's even admitted it. Oh fuck, man. I called her out as soon as the dude left, and we got into a huge fight. Basically, she says she's gonna have kids one way or another. What? Whether I leave or not. What? And I don't want no damn kids. Damn, man. So need some advice, dog. Hit me back. Oh my god. Holy shit. Number one. Oh man. Alright, well, you gotta understand her standpoint for wanting kids, but she has to understand your standpoint of not wanting kids. But just having her cross the line of having to be with somebody else, that's just cold, man. I mean, just I'm not trying to get you all riled up, but having another man's penis inside of your fucking wife, I'm sorry, I would fucking go ape shit right now. And the fact that you just told me that she just said that she's gonna have kids one way or another, with or without you, my friend, if I were you, I would just pack the bags, get that divorce, and just bounce. I mean, I understand you probably love her and you guys probably have a deep bond, but I mean, having your fucking wife do that behind your back, that's wrong. I mean, that really is. Now, I mean, I can understand her standpoint. Now, there's nothing wrong with kids, because if you think about it, if you think about this from a certain standpoint, when you have kids, right, in the beginning it becomes a bitch because you have to, you know, raise your kids, you have to just always be there for them. But I mean, they're kids, right? They're going to follow your footsteps. They're going to want to be like you, so they're going to be looking up to you. When they get older, God forbid something happens to you or you just can't go on anymore, remember, your kids are going to be there for you to help you out. I mean, that's one thing you have to understand. If you're good for your kids, trust me when I say your kids are going to be good for you when you're old and you can't do anything anymore. Or just the fact that if you need help, they're going to be there for you. I can understand that kids can cost a lot of money. Raising kids these days is a bitch because you have to go through a whole lot of shit. And you have to make a lot of sacrifices, you know what I mean? Like, sacrifice going out with the boys, sacrifice just doing all the stupid shit that you would normally do because you're going to have to be there for your kids. I can understand that. That's why some people don't want kids, is because they still want to keep, you know, their I guess you could say their wild side. But for her standpoint, by having her cheat on you with another guy, nah, man. I mean, honestly, for your best interest, I would leave. Because what if you come home, you know, another night and she's there, like, banging another dude, and then banging a fucking other dude, and then banging your friend, and then banging your neighbor? I mean, that's fucking wrong, man. And then the next thing you know, you guys are married, she ends up being pregnant with somebody else, that other guy becomes a third wheel, your entire fucking relationship is messed up. Now, if she wants to have kids, she should actually just settle with somebody who wants kids. Even though you guys have been together for 4 years, living for 3, I understand that you guys have something going on. But I don't see why you wouldn't want kids, because, I mean, they're a good thing to have and just a blessing in disguise. And trust me, it pays off in the long run. But I can also understand where you're coming from. But in an essence, man, just leave. You don't want none of that, because one day you're going to get so fucking hot, you're going to come home one day and you're going to fucking start destroying shit, and you don't want that, you know what I mean? If I were you, if you're going to go back in the dating game, the first thing you need to get out of your chest and out of your system when you meet a girl is, you know, do you want kids? Do you want kids, yes or no? If she says no, boom, there you go. There's your key. If she says yes, just tell her, hey, listen, it ain't going to work out because I don't want kids, you know. But obviously this woman that you're with now, she wants something out of this. She wants to have kids. And I really don't see what's wrong with kids. But in an essence, I do. I mean, I want some of my own. But you're a different person than I am. So, I mean, having... number one, there shouldn't be a fucking fight between you and her after you caught her. There shouldn't be no fight. You should have won that fight hands down, fucking flag out the window. Because what could she possibly say to you that can refute having another man's penis inside of her? That's wrong. You don't cheat on your spouse. If you disagree on something, you fucking talk about it. If not, you go your separate ways. You don't just go on ahead to just do that, because that fucks up your mentality. So for your best interest, even though it's been 4 years, just go. I mean, you know, you don't want that. You don't want those issues. You don't want those problems, man. I mean, you married her for a reason, right? I mean, I know you didn't just sit there one day and say, yo, let's just fucking get married. You married her for a reason. Even though it was random, you did marry her for a reason. But like I said, bro, just don't put that upon yourself, because then you're going to have a bad reputation. You're going to have all the boys come up to you and just be like, yo, your wife's a smut, your wife's a thought, your wife is a hoe, your wife is this, your wife is that. You don't want that shit. You don't want to have a bad reputation as a man. So... honestly, man, I would just say go and find somebody else. But but before you find someone else, just talk to that other girl or other whatever you're gonna get with. Just talk to the girl and be like, yo, do you want kids or not? If she says no, work your way in. If she says yes, I mean, just talk about it and just go your separate ways. But as for that, I'm sorry that happened to you, man. I really am. That's just cold, man. I mean, that just goes to show that women could be very devious too. But I really hope, I really hope, bro, that you pull through this, because I mean, it takes a very strong man to say, you know what, you did what you did, but I'm the better man here, and I'm just gonna walk away. So actually, by you doing that would be the best for you, because trust me, man, if you stick around, you're gonna have a lot of problems, man. I mean, literally, just think about that for a second. If you decide to stick around with this, she's gonna do the most horrible things to you, and you don't want that. So, but I really hope, really hope, bro, that you really get by this. I mean, I really do. But thank you, man. I remember, if you have anything to talk about, just let me know, bro. I'll help you out. But just don't put yourself through that. Do not put yourself through that, because if you do, you're gonna regret it, man. So, but I hope you take it easy, bro. I really do. Man, that was just intense. On to the next question, which is from Jose Martinez. Hey, Alex, how's it going? Well, I'm doing pretty good. Weather's good. It's June. E3's coming up. It's fucking awesome. Hope you're doing good, my friend. I just want to start off by saying thanks and for having me on the fan mail, the 51114. It really shows that you care about your subscribers. And also, I just want to say, for those of you out there that aren't on my fan mails, I really apologize. I get fucking thousands of questions. I try to go through as many as I can. There should be more YouTubers like you, man. Seriously, good thing that you are waiting for the 100,000 subs. Good luck, Alex, and have a blessed day. Thank you, man. Now on to the next questions. All right, question number 1. What are your thoughts and opinions on The Amazing Spider-Man 2? Spoiler, I honestly didn't expect Peter Parker's girlfriend dying, but overall the movie was great. I didn't see the movie, you bastard. I didn't see the movie. Oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to go see it now. Question number 2, are you going to be getting the new Call of Duty Advanced Warfare? What are your thoughts and opinions on the game? I honestly don't know what the game is, or what it will bring to the table. Question number 3, if you ever joined WWE, what would you love to go, well, who do you want to go head-to-head with? Question number 4, have you ever been pulled over by the police yet? I know you just got a new car, so just wondering. I actually got pulled over for not having a license. What? And also an expiration. Oh, wow. Expired inspection. I got 2 signed. Oh, shit, man. You're fucked. Why would you drive with... Question 5, who would you rather be for the day, Yamcha Tien or Master Roshi? Question 6, Godzilla versus Harudegan from Dragon Ball Z, who would win? Question 7, not really a question, but more of a request. You should do more sketches. They are hilarious. Well, actually, I'm planning on doing some, so... Question number 8, if you could summon Shenron, what would your 3 wishes be? Question 9, do you think Obama will be our president again? I heard he is trying to do something about taking 3 terms. What are your thoughts and opinions on that? Well, Alex, sorry for the amount of questions that I've just presented. I know that they are random and stupid. They're not stupid questions, bro. Don't say that. Thanks for giving up your time to read our fan mail. It really means a lot. Well, hope you have a great day, and God bless. Take care. Thank you, Jose. To answer your second question, I haven't seen Spider-Man, so whoop-de-doo. Now you just ruined it for me. I'm going to fucking find out where you live, and I'm going to, like, throw water in your face. But, I mean, I really don't know what to expect. I heard mixed things about it. I heard the movie sucked. I heard the movie was good. I really don't know. I mean, I can't sit here and say, because... I'm hearing, you know, different things on the film. I mean, if the film presented more, then I guess you could say the movie's a mixed reaction film, because a lot of people are saying, oh, it sucked, oh, it was this, oh, it was that. But now that Peter Parker's girl died, I'm really wondering how that actually happened. But I really can't say much because I haven't seen the film. So as of right now, I'm just gonna lean on and dwell on the fact that, you know, it's just. I don't know. I don't know what to say about the film. I really don't. X-Men was great. Godzilla was perfect. So in terms of this, I really don't know what to say yet. I'm just gonna have to wait and see how it showcases itself when I go see it. So to answer your second question, Advanced Warfare, it looks like a mix of Titanfall and Ghosts. It looks like Titanfall 2.0. They're trying to copy Titanfall so much. It sucks that they're trying to do that, honestly, because they're never going to be Titanfall, so they really need to stop. But it looks interesting. It doesn't look mind-blowing, but it looks interesting. I mean, are they trying to go back and replicate what they did with Modern Warfare 2? Are they trying to go back and replicate you know, what they've done with previous successful games as they've established? I will say this. I will get the game. just to see what the hype is all about, as usual. I got Ghosts. It was okay. It wasn't like, it didn't really get me hooked. But I will say this. Will it be better than Ghosts? I think it will. I'm looking forward for next year's game because it's being developed by Treyarch, and Treyarch loves to do zombies. Although this one's not going to have zombies, which is going to suck. I mean, that you already know that for a fact. I'm still curious to see what they're going to do. But either way, the game looks very interesting. So, I mean, what does it have to bring to the table? Not much. I think the next Call of Duty is going to bring a lot to the table. But in terms of this one, probably not much at all, to be honest. To answer your third question, if I was in the WWE, who would I want to go toe-to-toe with? Anybody. Anybody, to be honest. Anybody would be great for me. I really don't. I wouldn't mind who it is as long as we have a great match. To answer your fourth question, have I been pulled over by the cops? Yes, I have. I've been pulled over for speeding. I've been pulled over for driving on the left lane, which I have been doing that every time I go to Maine or every time I mean, just stupid stuff. I remember I got pulled over just by having my car parked, and me and my friends were in there talking, and they were like, "Oh, you guys are suspicious." I'm like, "What the fuck? We're just sitting in the car, you douche." But I mean, nothing by having citations or anything like that. I just like pulled over with expired licenses or something. But I have been pulled over. I haven't gotten any tickets. I got one ticket for not putting out my display when I first got my car, or something about the display dashboard. I don't fucking know. It was like $65, but I haven't gotten any speeding tickets or any parking tickets after that. So everything's been good. I mean, I have been pulled over, but nothing serious like that. So to answer your fifth question, I would love to be Tien, because Tien seems like the most interesting character out of all of them. So fuck Yamcha. And Master Roshi's too old. I wouldn't want to be an old geezer anyway. Even though he's the master of martial arts, I wouldn't want to be him either way. So to answer your sixth question, Haruta God would destroy Godzilla, because Haruta God is able to fly. He's able to pretty much emit these very powerful attacks. He's able to pretty much just transcend through time every time he teleports. So I would have to say Haruta God, because I believe he'd probably be a little bigger, and I believe that he would pose a much credible threat than Godzilla, to be honest. To answer your seventh question, of course, I will be doing more sketches with my friends. I'm just waiting on the time. To answer your eighth question, 3 wishes. Number 1 would be eternal life, because I want to live through everything and just to see how it is. Number 2 would be having all the money a human can possibly have. Like, I would love to have, $999 trillion. That way, not only do I have money for myself, but I can just give back to the entire world. If I had that kind of money, we would live in a metropolis. We would live in heaven. That's all not only would I be ruler of the world, I would open up a new series for Dragon Ball Z. I would open up so many things on this planet. I swear to God, this planet would be amazing. And my last wish were to probably just stop all evil on this world, because there is a lot of evil going on in remote parts of the world. Serial killers, dismemberment, torture, kidnappings, child rape. It's horrible. So I wouldn't want to live in a world like that anymore. So, and to answer your ninth question, fucking Obama. A lot of people are gonna sit here and tell me, well, give him some credit, man. He's been doing this, that, and the third. Obama is a fucking lobbyist. He's not really in control of this nation. Anybody who has a brain will tell you that. He's controlled by the corporations. I mean, some people might say Illuminati. There is no such thing as Illuminati. I mean, there is in a sense, and they're called the Bilderbergs. They're called the Rothschild family. They're the real Illuminati. They're the real ones that control this world. ExxonMobil and BP and all that kind of stuff. It goes into geopolitics as well. But I mean, Obama is just trying to cater to the masses. I was about to say fans. To try to get reelected again. I don't think he should be, honestly. He caused more fucking harm than good. He's been trying to do secret stuff behind our backs, but thank God for certain members of Congress for exposing him. Passing certain bills that made no sense. The guy is just, man, he's a puppet. I don't believe he's an evil man in his heart, but I believe he's just being told what to do. So get him out of there. Get him out of there and just bring somebody else. I mean, I'm sure the next guy won't do any good either, but it's better than having the same guy for 3 terms. How long is that? That's about, what, 12 years? Oh, my God, man. No. I mean, that's just my overall view on that. So, but anyways, Mr. Jose, thank you for the questions, bro, and I hope you have a great weekend. Check out my second channel and stay tuned for the E3 content because you're not going to miss out, man. Now, moving on to the next question, which is from Exo Wolf Hardy. Hey, Alex, now on to the questions. Okay. Question number 1, do you watch the Boondocks? Question number 2, what happened to Paul? Is he really busy or something? Question 3, why does it always say that you're offline for Xbox One? Question number 4, 100,000 subscriber day. Play with the subs all day. Question 5, can you do a Bane troll montage on Call of Duty Ghosts? That would be awesome, like in your other videos. Thank you, Alex. Bye. The return of Young Money Paul. I hope so. To answer your first question, I really don't watch the Boondocks. A lot of people have been telling me that it's a great show. I don't know what it's about, honestly. Recently on Netflix, I just finished watching the entire seasons of The Cleveland Show, American Dad, and now Futurama. So I would like to get into the Boondocks. I don't know too much about it. I know that they just released more content relatively not too long ago, and a lot of people are actually happy on that. But I mean, do I watch it? No, I don't. Would I like to? Yes. But I just want to get into it first before I know, exactly what I'm going to watch. So to answer your second question, Paul died. He was hit by a train on his way to school, and pretty much all that's left of him is just a few toenail clippings and a scarf. Yeah. I'm going to let that sink in a little bit. Yep. All that's left of Paul right now are toenail clippings and a scarf. No, I'm kidding. Imagine, God forbid, I'd fucking break down. I'd probably have a shit fit. Paul has been just bombarded with school. Not to put his personal info out there, but he wasn't doing that good in his previous semester, and he's been going through a lot of issues with school. So he has to nail his GPA. He has to nail everything on point. Otherwise, he's not going to get the privileges of, the college experience, I guess you could say. But right now, he is focusing a lot on school, literally, which he should, because it's going to embody his future, He's going for a lot of stuff, and he's going to be taking summer classes. So Paul right now is just undergoing that. I really wish the best for him. I hardly talk to him because he's so, like, face first into the books that it's just crazy. He's become Gohan after he gets older, so I really hope that he pulls through, because once he does, it's back to business, man. It's back to going AFK on the beach. Paul gets no bitches. No, I'm kidding. To answer your third question, why am I offline so much on the Xbox One? Because I'm barely on it. I will be on it relatively more often now that the new games are coming out. I mean, I haven't been on either console as much, but I will be getting on and relatively soon to be doing Dead Rising and stuff like that. So just expect a lot of that very soon as well, like Titanfall and stuff. 400,000 subscribers. I was about to say, I don't think that's going to happen. 100,000 subscribers. Play with them all day. I actually play with you guys every time I'm online. I mean, there's not one game that I play where somebody doesn't jump in there. Whether it's Killzone, whether it's Titanfall, Dragon Ball Z, forget about it. GTA sometimes. I got people joining all the time. Battlefield. I mean, not that there's a problem with it, because I love when you guys do that, but it just varies because there's so many different games to play and choose from and so many different stuff. So if you guys are willing to play with me every time I'm online, just jump in the game with me. Jump in the game, send me a party chat, because sometimes I do accept them. I mean, most often than not, sometimes I don't have my mic in. But if you guys want to get a game going, just let me know. It doesn't really matter. And to answer your final question, to be playing as Bane all day, I will try. I am very, very busy as of late. For those of you out there who don't know, I got my old job at GameStop back, and it's been very, very weird. Because, I mean, every time I'm in GameStop, I have to, like, fight off a bunch of kids and just tell them to go fuck off because they're trying to play the PS4, Xbox One when they're offline. It's like, what are you doing? The consoles aren't online. Get out of here. And it is what it is. If anybody ever sees me in there, you guys can just come inside and just hang out with me and talk whatever. I actually had one person notice me in GameStop. He was asking for assistance, and I came on by, and he was shocked. He was like, "Oh my fucking!" I was like, "What?" And he was like, "You're," and I said, "Oh, yes, I am." And then we had like the longest conversation in there. I swear to God, like we must have talked for like an hour or probably more. I literally just didn't even do my job. I was just talking to this guy with like anything from gaming. So, anyways, my friend, I really hope that you enjoy. Stay tuned for the E3 content. I really hope you have a great weekend. And thank you all for watching, everybody. My name is UnrealEntGaming. I will be doing more fan mails after E3 is done. Relatively more fan mails than I usually do because I'm gonna be going through your questions and answers about E3. So also, guys, don't forget to submit your questions in video format. It's much better like that because I get to showcase you and I get to actually, take your questions on a little bit from a more different angle. So thank you all for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe to my second channel, UnrealEnt Network, twitch.tv/AlexAnimal7. If you guys want to play with me, let me know. Thank you all for watching, everybody. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Stay tuned for E3 and next week's episode, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Take care, and let's fucking rejoice because E3, we're gonna find out all the information about our favorite games. I cannot wait. All right, everybody, take it easy and God bless you all. Peace.